Zoltan, Josh Best, Ruth, Aaron McGuire, Vice Chair, and excused Sal, and Glenn did actually email us, and I think Clara might be having some technical difficulties. Although, let me just check my inbox to see if she sent me anything. I don't think that she did.
I have another person coming in, but it's not her. Vivian.
Oh, okay.
So we have 2 guests.
So, all right, that sounds that. With the email that just went out to everybody, we sent out the December minutes. Do I have anybody willing to motion to approve the December minutes? Zoltan nodded his head and says that he does. Do I have anybody to second that?
Everybody's muted, except me. Oh, Aaron's up.
Okay, was anybody else able to look at the December minutes and is willing to approve them? I believe we all looked at them at the end of the meeting last week, but I just want to confirm that everybody's okay with the typos that were edited.
I wasn't there, sorry.
Ruth
Yeah, I
wasn't,
wasn't there, so I
Ruth
can't.
wasn't there, okay?
and neither was Aaron. Aaron, did you say you weren't there?
Aaron?
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Okay,
Aaron wasn't there.
all right, I'll second.
Okay, seconded by Denise. Wow, we did that last time too. Okay.
Well, that's what I was trying to avoid.
For reference, the next meeting will be February the 9th. I don't believe there are any holidays, so that should be okay. I think we're good. The next thing, this is probably the most important thing we need to talk about today, is the seed swap project. I think first thing we need to do is decide on maybe 2 potential dates before Aaron graciously speaks with the church for us. I liked not doing the weekend of Valentine's Day because a lot of people are going to be busy. So perhaps February the 21st or 2nd.
I'm out that weekend, but the next weekend is good.
Okay, February 28th and March 1st. Does anybody else have any other suggestions or thoughts on a good date, Aaron?
And one more weekend would be good too, because you don't start the tomatoes until, for example, mid-March. So the February 28th is pretty good. Or,
Denise, did you have any dates you thought would work?
I'm sorry, I'm sending a note to Vivian. Can you repeat the question, please?
Does anybody have a preferred date for
The seed swap.
the seed swap? Yeah.
We talked earlier about doing it on a Sunday,
yeah,
which could be a conflict for
The church
churches.
itself. Right.
And the 15th was the date we talked about
the
originally,
day after Valentine's.
which is the day after Valentine's Day, which is why we thought Saturday, the 14th would not be good because people will have, many people may have plans.
Right.
I don't think any earlier than that
It's
would
too
work.
early.
It's too early. And
organize
when does gardening really
Well,
start?
the earliest I used to start late February, eggplants and peppers. Okay, so and if you talk about seeds like beans, it's early May, peas, March. Carrots, March, radish, March. March, April,
Right.
April, I would say April.
So we should be done by February or
Very early March. So
Very early
I would say the February 28th, March 1st weekend is perfect. That would be ideal. And as a backup, I would say March 7, 8.
okay.
As a backup. So that's preferred.
I
So
will,
by that we have about 6 weeks to organize.
okay. I will just say that I am away. I want to be able to help and I'll do
Mhm.
everything that I can. I am going to be away. I'm going to look at the dates right now. I go away on the 28th and I come back on the 8th. So late on the 8th. So I can't help if it's those 2 weekends. And I apologize for that. I'm going to be out of the country.
Can we just in case try, because the most ideal would be actually the February 15th Sunday.
What does the following week look like? The 20th?
I'm out.
You're out.
21st, 22nd.
You can't be. Okay.
Does anybody else have any other input?
Give us enough time.
It's a month.
February 15th. It's about a month.
Yeah.
Is that enough time? Well,
I-
we should. Go ahead.
I still, I put in a call to my contact at the church,
Mhm.
and we're gonna have we're gonna finalize, we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I need to know what dates I'm asking for by
Yeah, I'd
then.
like to decide that right now if possible.
So why don't, okay, if we skip Valentine's Day, why don't we list February 15, February 18, March 1st, and maybe one more weekend, the 7 and 8?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, and the priority is the earliest would be the best, then the second.
I'm all right with that.
So the first date is just a Saturday. I'm sorry, just a Sunday, February 15th. The second option, either 28 or March 1st, and the third option is either 7 or 8 of March.
Right. And I won't be there for
Yeah, yeah.
but I'll help before. I just can't be there that day.
And
February 15th is a long weekend. I don't know if that makes a difference. Monday, the 16th is President's Day.
we can't hear you.
Oh, President's Day.
Which one?
Which one?
President's Day is President's Day
Monday.
is the 16th.
Yeah, Monday the 16th.
That's
Yeah,
a Monday.
the 16th.
So it would be President's Weekend if we did it on the,
What's President's Week?
yeah.
It's okay. I can
You think it's okay?
It's
Okay.
okay.
Does that work, Ruth, you think?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, yeah, I wasn't sure if people travel that weekend or what.
Yeah, it's a good point. I always did. It was a big ski weekend. For the minutes, I just want to comment that Clara has joined us. Hi, Clara. Welcome.
Oh, okay.
Viewers here. I don't know if you can hear me.
There she is. Hey,
Yeah,
Happy New Year.
yeah. Happy New Year. I've been trying to get on since 6:15.
Uh-oh.
Internet issues. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Clara. Perfect.
So I missed something about President's Day. What was it?
You want to summarize what
We're just going over dates for the seat swap.
For the seats.
And it seems to be like the only one that'll work, so. I don't know if anybody else had any input, but I'm happy with what we selected.
Yeah, I don't think we want to go any later than the 7th, 8th. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Agreed,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
it would just be too far and the earliest to start planting.
So Erin, you have all those dates in some kind of order to negotiate with them?
The 15th is the most preferred.
Yes.
Then, do we prefer a Sunday over a Saturday?
Not really.
Okay. All right. So then,
Only Valentine's Day. That was the only day
Yeah,
we were
don't
trying to
wanna have
avoid.
it on-
So we talk about.
Gotcha.
weekends.
Okay. And then it's the 28th and the 1st, and then the 7th, 8th.
Right,
Okay. Okay.
okay.
Does it matter to anyone what time we're looking for?
I would say early afternoon.
Yeah, we were talking about 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., but something like noon to 2 or,
1 to 3 after lunch.
I mean, I'm okay with anything.
And if
That
the
works.
church has church services until, let's say, 1 p.m. after that
You mean on Sunday,
on Sunday.
right? Yeah, we'll have to work around their schedule, but if we had the option, like on a Saturday, is there, people with families, you know, you guys are younger with families, is it better in the morning, or do you have activities that you could do better in the afternoon?
I'm still working I'm working between naps, you know what I mean? So I'm not at the activity stage yet, so I'm not a good example.
Okay. I take naps too, but I'm gonna avoid them that day.
I was gonna say, yeah, I usually take a nap too. Anyway.
Okay. All right. So then we'll wait to hear from you, Erin, about dates. And now we should probably just focus on what we're gonna, you know, what that day is like. And
And with Dennis' help, I could send out some invitations or advertisements when we know the dates for
mhm.
the community garden list, those email lists, and I have few other people might be interested, so.
Did you say a few hundred or a
Few
few
other.
other? Okay, I thought you said a few hundred. So,
I don't know you're that popular.
I went back into, my emails and found an old, well, a 2022 master list of community gardens with contact information and the questions that we gave everybody. We divvied that list up and asked people to call and get an update on what was happening in the community garden. And I'm wondering if we want to take that list and that list of questions, and rather than divvy it up this time, send out to see if we can get a response, and then maybe have people volunteer to call if we don't get a response quickly. I mean, it's probably faster to call, but I don't know if we'll finish it in time to get information out. We certainly want to be able to ask the community garden people to notify their participants and anyone that's on their mailing lists. And we want to make sure we have the right contact information. So I don't know what anybody thinks about that. I have Erin, I don't know if you have a more updated list, because I know at the very end, you were who we were sending information to. But I have an email from Susan that she called it an updated master list, and I think it was from 2022.
I can't remember when we did it, you know what I mean? I'd have to check in my Google Drive to see if I have a more updated list.
Okay. So between us, we'll have whatever the latest list is that we have. We also had a format that I think we asked to put on the website in the section that has community garden information. It was like nicely, it almost looked like a flyer or a postcard with photos on the top, and it had a nice background. So maybe we can update that and update the website as well, just so that if we're going to do the work, it's there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know. I helped Susan update that like really pretty document. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I just can't remember what I have and what I don't have on my computer. Anyway.
Okay. I'll send you what I found, the latest thing that I found. And, you know, Zoltan asked me if I could draft a communication about the seed swap, like just to ask people if they'd be interested in participating.
And I mentioned that we have excess seeds, so we could even donate some, of course, preferably swap. but we have some stuff to simply donate. Yesterday, I finished a dozen packets of cilantro seeds, 3 grams each from last year.
Okay,
So I'm gonna do it by dozens, it's gonna be beans, peas, turnip, I do, right now I'm doing germination tests for older seeds because sometimes they do, sometimes not. So
okay,
okra seeds, things like that, so.
okay,
So next couple of weeks, I try to, catch up with that and get like 50 packets or something like
Right.
that. So.
Does anyone know any other place we could get seeds that we could use in the swap?
Rutgers, the plant department, they are propagating basil seeds, Rutgers basils, 2 types.
Mm-hmm,
Rutgers tomato, there is a chili they developed, So
mm-hmm.
I could reach out to the plant department.
Would you be
Yeah.
willing to do that? That would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And maybe some of the other gardens. I don't know if other people, I mean, is there any place else like the Cooperative Extension? Erin, we work with them on the pollinator garden, but I don't think we did anything with them with seeds. It was all seedlings, plants that we got.
Yeah, I don't know how many extra seeds they have. You know what I mean? I know that they buy seeds for their garden every year.
Okay. So they don't do any harvesting, collecting of seeds?
I can reach out, you know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
I'm a master gardener and I can reach out to the coordinator, Angela, and see if they do, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm also supposed to speak with Anne previously from the Environmental Commission in this upcoming week. So maybe I can ask her if she has she's a master gardener and I know she works on the, what do they call the food, Rose for
Rose for Hungry.
yeah, she works with them. Maybe she would know some people that would be interested. One of the things I shared today with Josh is that I have never been involved in a seed swap, and I'm not 100% sure what the flow of that day will look like and what, or maybe it was you, Zoltan. I'm not sure if it was you or Josh that I said that to, but like, I'd like to drill down a little bit to make sure that we have somebody that's kind of on top of either the materials that we need, the layout that we need, like what we need from the church and what our program is going to be like. Is it a program, do people just bring seeds and go from table to table? Like,
We talked about having a couple different talks. I think me, Zoltan, and Glenn each have one on the schedule.
Mhm.
Which we, I have no problem preparing them in advance. I'm sure Zoltan has this.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that, Glenn will be able to carry his without any serious effort.
Right.
He's pretty good at that. So we talked about that being part of it,
Mm-hmm.
in addition to the swapping. Off the top of my head, I can't remember if we had recommended another item, but I can check.
We did, I was listed for pollinator garden and I was going to reach out to
Yeah.
Anne just to talk about native plants.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think so. Like, that's the one I'm missing in my brain. Yes. Plant life cycle was Glenn. Middlesex gardening recommendations was Zoltan. Plant maintenance talk was Josh. Pollinator garden talk was Denise. Finalized.
Okay.
That's in the November minutes, by the way.
Okay.
So that's what we agreed to in addition to the actual swapping. And it says seed swap component Aaron.
Okay,
Technically, that's what we agreed to on.
I don't the last time we did it, it was just there was like I feel like there were talks like you guys are talking about, but I feel like the seed swaps part was just seeds on a table. It wasn't that deep, so to speak.
Right. Which I think that's fine too. We discussed doing the other ones, and it's not that much extra effort to do those really. But if people are against doing them, I mean, it's okay with me.
No, I'm not against the talk. No, I think the talks are good.
Okay. I'm open for everything, so.
so we need some kind of a communication about what the schedule is like.
Right.
For
And
that
it's not
day.
gonna be that long, so each
Right.
talk is maybe like 15 minutes, I think, is good. 1 minute.
Each of them, you mean?
10, 15.
Yeah, probably 10
10
minutes.
10 to 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't want to stay the whole 2 hours, especially if they just want to get seeds, like,
Right, right,
so maybe we just put, rotate.
There are very good videos on YouTube, by the way, how to organize it. So, how to play.
Oh.
right. There are, yeah.
Yeah, I just found some.
Oh, maybe we should share those among
Yeah,
ourselves, just
yeah.
so we are all on the same.
And last weekend, I went to the church on Townsend and whatever, the Crossing Street. And it's like a relatively small space. They have 4x7, 28 raised garden, each about 15 square feet or something like that.
And which church was that? The one?
The good question how we call this church.
The-
There's like two names. The tallest church in New Brunswick, basically.
The one that we're having the seed swap in, or just
Yes,
the one we're
yes.
having it in? So that's Sacred
Sacred
Heart,
Heart or
Sacred
something
Heart.
like that, yeah.
Okay.
But even now, I could tell that they are active. They are actively gardening. Even in January, you could tell that was a lot of activity.
Well, that's
there
good.
year
Okay.
before.
That's really
And
good.
I went a couple of times to the Pine Street. That's next to Cook Campus, that end of Nichols or whatever street.
Mhm.
They are very active. They are super active.
Okay. So we definitely have to get in touch with those two, because
Yes.
they would probably enjoy
And there is
participate.
at Raptors. On Cook there is a community garden. I know one person there, so that's
Okay.
already three. Plus
Right.
our garden in Piscataway, they could show up if they interested. That's
Right.
four.
I'm just thinking, so it's January 12th. Our next meeting is, what is it, February 12th?
9, I think, or something like that.
I think it's
It's
on the
earlier.
agenda.
It's earlier.
Uh-huh,
It's February 9. Yeah.
February 9th,
The next
Yeah.
one.
right. And then we're talking about doing this potentially the following week.
Mhm.
So
We need to
everything,
be-
all this organizing is gonna have to be done offline, texting,
Yes.
emails, phone calls.
I'm
We're gonna
confident
have to pull
that,
this together that
I'm
way.
very confident myself, Glenn, and Zoltan, and Denise will all have our talks together. Zoltan's already prepared a number of seats, so the majority of it would be advertising and communicating, like inviting people and getting the space, which Aaron's agreed to do.
Mm-hmm,
So I think if we can get that done by next meeting, it would be good. So maybe we should talk about the advertising
mm-hmm.
right now,
Okay,
if that's okay.
Yeah.
good with me.
So I'm reading here that I'm trying to read the minute where we spoke about this. We had agreed that for advertisement, okay, yep, I have it right here. Advertisement that Denise would reach out to the New Brunswick's website to just post about it happening. I have agreed to make a flyer. Like, I mean, it would be digital, but at least so that way you can maybe send that and they can post that on the website.
Mm-hmm,
I can have that made this week. And then, maybe we can email it to some of the other garden and the community people, or, you text the image of the flyer. So I'll try to get the flyer done in the next couple of days then.
okay,
Maybe I'll start tonight, just so I have an idea. And I'll send out a rough draft
okay,
this week. And if it's approved, then we're good, and I can edit a few things here and there.
okay. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I'd be interested, Josh, Best, Ruth, and Clara, are you guys familiar with this type of an event? And do you have any thoughts about ways that we can either market it or manage it? Like engage people? Is there something that you've experienced that we aren't talking about already?
Well, for me, I've been to a couple seed swaps, and of course, there's talk about their talks and demonstration and info on what to plant and when,
Mhm.
and also, coffee and donuts, breakfast type thing. And let's see what else. While Erin was speaking, I thought it would be nice to, one subject would be on the rain barrels. And I think that's it. One of the events that I went to was at the Greater Brunswick Charter School. One was at Sacred Heart, and I don't remember where the other one was. And I was thinking what month it was. I think February is a bit early. Although
The reason we were thinking about February, if that somebody starts, eggplants, peppers, it's late February, the best time to start.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, early March. You need 8 to 10 weeks, and the last frost date is typically end of April. So counting back 8 to 10 weeks, it's mid-late February or very early March.
Mhm.
And
I used to start my
leading up to Earth Day.
Valentine's Day, Sorry?
I'm sorry, Clara, can you repeat that?
Well, I was thinking like leading up to Earth Day, like 2 weeks before Earth Day, because Earth Day gets a lot of attention and people get excited.
Yeah, but for many vegetables, that's a bit late.
Is
A
it?
bit late, yeah. For many, it's good, beans, peas, radish, things like that, which goes directly in soil, but for
I
the
think it's a little
seedlings,
bit late.
it's definitely,
You need your seeds earlier.
yeah.
Yeah, what I recall was St. Patrick's Day, the 17th of March was like the day that people put in potatoes and,
Yeah.
things. It was like people took off from work. It was like a thing. So, I don't know, Clara, if if you've had different experiences, but I know that Zoltan is very active in the one that is is it Cook Campus? Livingston campus. And so we don't want to lose those people. So maybe we try it this time a little bit earlier and see what kind of a response we get.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that, definitely.
All right. So we're going to do most of our communicating by email and by phone and text between now and the next meeting.
I know I'll have my talk prepared, and I know that everybody else will, which is at least 40%, and I'll have the flyer done as well.
My problem is that if we end up with the 28th and the 1st, I'm not here. So I guess I would.
Screen,
Yeah, we'll walk around with the computer. Maybe I can ask Ann if she'll do the presentation, and that way I don't need to be there, but if she can do.
The worst case, I can present it for you.
Right, okay.
You wanna share what I sent to you guys? Can you download it? I don't have my computer. That's the church card. That's how it looks like last year.
Oh, yeah.
That's Townsend and Thorpe.
Can you share your screen?
Well, I mean, on this, no, but
Josh,
is
I
very,
meant.
very good at
Yeah,
organizing things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to activate the phone link.
I'm looking at, oh, I see, okay. Can you get that?
Josh is working on it.
Okay,
She's
all right.
not gonna work until we're on the same Wi-Fi, basically.
Josh Best, are you still involved with the community garden? And I guess Ruth, you too. I wasn't sure if you were in the past.
Yeah,
I am minimally, but not very proactively.
Okay,
I'm still involved, but I'm a registered gardener. I've never been part of a seed swap. I am learning as I go. I had reached out because I'm at the Pine Street Recreation Park Garden, and there used to be a partnership with Rutgers, but they had some restructuring on their side of the fence, and to the best of my understanding, the community garden that by Rec Park is now exclusively
is now what?
the cities. It's exclusively the cities. It's no longer under Rutgers oversight or maintenance. So there was a woman who had stepped up in a volunteer capacity to be the garden coordinator, but I think she felt pretty unsupported in some of the things she was trying to do to maintain it. So I reached out to her because I know she's an excellent gardener and propagates her own seeds and such, but I didn't have any success. But I could try again since the event is coming up, but that's all I've got.
Okay, and you said that's Recreation Park? Which park is that, Gordon? Yeah, I don't have it handy, but maybe we can look to see if it's the same person that was listed on the Excel file that we have
Yeah,
from.
I don't think so because she just stepped into it last year around May, and I
Okay,
think I don't think she's looking to continue.
At Pine Street?
Yes.
That's- Okay, yeah, I was there too, so
okay.
it's an active area for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
So Ruth, when I send out that list to everybody, that, the one that we're gonna update, maybe you could look at it and see if you recognize anybody's name and maybe add her name. That would be good. So you okay with all that, Josh?
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds excellent. I also sent that photo Zoltan sent in the chat. I don't upload it for everybody, but yeah, that's what the
Oh.
community garden looks
Oh,
like.
yeah.
You can see.
Oh, that's very cool.
And that's about last summer, Google Maps, so not too old.
Okay. Let's see. Nice.
Let me just make sure I'm in the right spot. So I think this covers the seed swap project pretty well. We also did touch on the community gardens and the Brunswick properties.
Mm-hmm.
So then we also talked about the pollinator garden. That'll be a part, of the talk.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be part of things as well. We talked about it in general as well with businesses. So that was the core of the agenda. But I would like to, I guess we kind of know the advertising too. Once the flyer's done, we'll send it to those places, right?
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I do need to verify. I talked to the city clerk about who's handling the website, and she said, because I don't know if we mentioned this at the last meeting, the person who used to handle the website, Susan Malika, has moved on from the city. She's no longer with the city, and so she was our point person on both grants and on the website and social media. So
Right.
I guess Leslie, the city clerk, told me that we could send things to her and she would get them to the right person. But I don't know if that's for things like this or just for business, agendas and meeting minutes and things like that. So I think I should circle back and just make sure. Erin, unless you know if we're supposed to be, who we're supposed to be talking to.
I talked to the person, I guess, who's like the part-time public information officer, Bert Barron.
Mhm.
He's been the person who would sometimes update if Susan couldn't. So I've
Mhm.
contacted him a few times to update links on the website for me. So I don't know if we want to get in contact with him.
Yeah, we should probably clarify. I just got an update on LinkedIn that he took a new position somewhere. So, and I feel like it was far, like maybe in Sussex County or someplace. I don't know exactly, I don't remember what it was, but we should make sure that he's still in that role in 2026.
I haven't heard anything different, so I'm going to assume that he is, but I
Okay.
can reach out.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so that's important. Are we done with the bulk of the agenda? Because I had asked Ruth if she might share with us a little bit about the Green Infrastructure Training Program that she and I are both attending. I've been to it before and I've kind of given my impression. Ruth, you want to share anything with us about that program?
I just wanted to say, yeah, thank you, Denise, for highlighting it. Yeah, I took a look at the list of things and definitely thought it would be a good resource for me as part of this commission. Yeah, I think I really enjoyed it. It's just week one so far out of many. And I think what I found the most helpful was that there was a lot of information, but they also gave some really down to earth practical, like entry level steps that for implementation. So I'm gonna keep thinking about it, but maybe after our seed spot, maybe there's another project that we can work on as a commission. And I'm also interested in hearing what you thought.
I missed the very last thing that you said. I don't know if you want to just repeat the last part.
I just said that maybe after our seed swap is done, maybe as a commission, there's another project we can work on together, using some of the ideas.
Okay. All right, thank you. I know that once the program ends and it goes for, I want to say it's 10 sessions and they're every 2 weeks. The first one was last Friday, so it probably goes till April or May. Right? That would be like 20 weeks, probably sometime in May. The green infrastructure champions, the people who get the certificate, are often looking for projects to work on. I know we were contacted multiple times, either the Environmental Commission or the Parks and Gardens Commission. And some of that can help our sustainability or Sustainable Jersey application and our green team for the city of New Brunswick. So I think that's a good idea, Ruth. Once we finish this project, we should really kind of look at some of the resources that they offer and maybe see if there's something we want to put on for the second half of the year, like a second project. I'm enjoying it. This is my third time attending this program. I always learn something, even though many of the sessions are the same and the resource materials are similar but updated. They're more current. It's a terrific resource for the state. The Water Resources Program is a land grant institution for the state of New Jersey. And they are just a wealth of information, and they will come out and help. We can call them and ask them if there's anything that we want to, look at with a lot of the development that's going on in New Brunswick, if there are any places we want to highlight to try to make it more green, more environmentally, friendly, sustainable. So I'd be really supportive of that, Ruth. Maybe we can revisit it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Anything else, Josh?
No, I think that is all we wanted for updates as well. I think we opened it up to public comments.
Mm-hmm.
Would anybody from the public care to comment? I think we have Jonathan and Vivian still with us. If you could just type in the chat maybe yes or no, just to make sure we don't miss you. Thank you so much, John.
Jonathan was with New Brunswick.
And no further comments.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you both so much for coming out and checking out the things that we do. We're very excited for the Seed Swap project, and if you have any ideas, please reach out to us or see us at the next meeting. I'm trying to see. I think we've covered it all. Public comments. So
Vivian has a question, and I just sent her a comment about. I think the question is, on the city's website, we have a 2024 list of community gardens. Is that correct? Is it updated? And it's not updated.
Right.
But I think
We're working on it.
we'd rather have something there to show people where they can go on their own, even if the information is outdated, and we're working on that. So Vivian is asking, how does she reach out if she has questions? Do you want to unmute yourself and tell us if you're talking about questions to us or questions to the city or to the community gardens?
Hi. Yeah. So, no, just general questions, mostly because I was looking into if we have community gardens. I've lived here for 6 years and I haven't really seen anything here. So just kind of exploring trying to get to know the city I live in a little bit better.
That's great. We're really glad to have you at the meeting as a member of the public. We don't have visitors that frequently that aren't with an organization or through a class at Rutgers. So really, we appreciate it. And we hope you come again and, let us know if you want to get more involved. I would say the information, as Erin said, the information that's on the website, most of it is they're still in place. Those, they've been for a while in operation. It may just not have contact information, like an email address, and we'll update that once we finish this part of the project. But you could certainly, I guess, contact us. We have an email address on the website, and we will try to get you the best answer if you have specific questions.
All right. So I found this meeting through the City of New Brunswick website. So on the community calendar. So I actually don't know what website you're talking about either.
The city website, that's the one.
Same one. Okay.
Yeah, the City of New Brunswick. And there's a section that says boards and commissions. So you looked at the community calendar, but if you go on, there's a section called boards and commissions, and that's where you'll see all the different commissions that the city has. And most of us have meetings. All our meetings are open to the public. Some of them are in person. Some of them are still remote. We stayed remote after the pandemic because we had better participation. And we can invite the public more readily.
Oh, okay. I see. Now I see it because now you have the meeting schedule, dial in. Okay, I see the information.
Right, and we're updating, we're missing minutes, we're missing agendas, but there's a section there. I believe it might be under the Environmental Commission. So there's a section about our parks, and there's another section under the Environmental Commission about some projects that they worked on or we worked on jointly. So if you're interested in, more of the outdoor and sustainable initiatives in parks and gardens, those are good resources on the city's website.
Okay. That's good to know. Trying to like navigate and learn how this, I guess, being more active in the community is how you're supposed to approach it. So this helps. Thank you so much.
Oh, there is also a spot on there to apply if you'd like to be a member. I can tell you that we have vacancies right now on a couple of commissions. So if you send that in and indicate which ones you're interested in, the city is really good about engaging and wanting to have every commission fully filled, and we replace people if they leave in the middle of a term. So please, certainly look at that and consider it.
All right, will do. I might just attend certain meetings and just to see the feel of how these meetings go. But no, this is very helpful. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm going to give you my email address so that I'll send to you privately, so that if you want to touch base on anything specific, you can certainly contact me.
All right, will do.
Okay.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Back at you, sir.
All right, well, thank you so much for all your questions and your interest in our organization of the community. With that, I think we have concluded pretty much all the key items of the meeting. So I'm going to call our motion to adjourn the meeting till our February 9th slot. And very much hope that everybody is prepared with their talks and seeds and flyers and emotional support by next meeting.
Especially emotional support.
And especially what?
Emotional support.
Emotional support.
Sultan needs the emotional support.
Time
the most.
support.
He already has the seeds.
Okay. So are we concluded? Do you need a motion or a second?
I
Or
think we're good.
We're
I
good?
think I'm allowed to adjourn it.
Yeah, okay. All right. I see Glenn just joined us at the very last minute. Glenn will reach out to you with some notes after this. Sorry, you came in at the very last minute. We were just ending.
Well,
Okay.
All right.
okay then.
Okay, very good.
I'll update everybody with what the church says on dates.
Very
Thank you,
good.
Erin.
Thank you, Erin. Okay, good to see everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Take care, guys. Thank you. Happy New Year. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.